Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna do another realistic read with me, except this time, like, I'm not taking, last time I did it, I think I was, like, only working. This time I am a full-time student again, and I am still working part-time, so I'm gonna take you through, what I realistically read, during the week, being a full-time student and having a part-time job. Okay, so the first book that I'm starting this video off with is, let me switch hands, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I believe currently I am about 200-ish pages in. I think a little bit more, yeah, like 202 pages in. So I'm just over halfway through this book. I think my fable says I'm 50% because I have it marked at page 200. So I'm halfway through this book. I am liking it so far. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna rate it yet. I don't remember what I rated Malibu Rising by her. I think I might have given it a 4, but I feel like this one's sitting at maybe like a 3.5, somewhere in that range. I don't think it's gonna be close to a 4-star, just because it is interesting, and I do like reading this same timeline that Malibu Rising, Daisy Jones, and Carrie Soto are all in. But this one right now is just not, it's a lot of backstory, but it is very interesting. But it is a little bit boring for me. And sorry, my cats are fighting, if you can hear them. But I am also more of like a mystery, thriller, horror reader, so that's probably why it's not as interesting to me, which I have noticed over the last couple of months, that these types of books, like literary fiction and romance, unless there's something that I'm like super into in those genres, they just don't really speak to me that much, which is fine. I still enjoy them when I'm reading them, and I still give them 3 stars. But yeah, so I'm starting with that one, and I'm just gonna take you through and see how many books I can read this week. Maybe I'll finish this one and pick up my next book, Main Characters. And I am also using the audiobook currently for this one, just because it is a bit easier for me to use the audiobook to read it, as well as the physical copy to kind of get through it a little bit faster, especially with what limited time I have, and I can listen to it on like 2.3 speed for the audiobook, which is perfect for me. But yeah, I will keep you guys updated on my reading this week. Okay, so today is Thursday, September 18th, and I started this video yesterday on the 17th, so I'm just back to update you guys on what I read yesterday. So yesterday I only ended up getting through about 40 more pages on audiobook before I went to work, and then I was studying for my test that I had today at work, so I didn't get a chance to be able to read any more of this on top of like doing my job duties and trying to study for my exam that I had today. So I think I'm about 60% through this now. I think that's what Fable says. I think it says 60%, so I'm on 240. So I'm going to continue to read this and use audiobook to read it, and then I will keep you guys updated. Okay, so it is now Friday the 19th, and I finished Evelyn Hugo last night at work, and I'm gonna give this a 3.5 star. It's not my favorite book that I've read, but it was still very good, very interesting, and I did like some of the aspects that she threw in here, which I can't really say what they are just because it does kind of ruin the whole point of the book, but it was very nice to read about that. So I'm very excited to continue reading books by her. I do have Daisy Jones and the Six, Carrie Soto's Back, and Atmosphere on my radar by her, so very excited to get to those. And then I did also start today, I started Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I'm only, I believe, 43 pages into it. I made it to chapter 3 of this book. So far I'm liking it. I usually give pages to about like the 50 to 100 page mark to keep me interested, to keep me wanting to come back and read it. So if it doesn't, I don't tend to read past the 50 or the 100 page mark wherever I decide to kind of stop it. But this so far is pretty good, so I will keep you guys updated. Okay, so it is now Saturday the 20th, and last night in ninth house I got to page 84, and currently I am on page 146, and I'm going to try and read a little bit more tonight, and I will let you know where I get to in ninth house tomorrow. Okay, so I think the last time I updated was on Saturday the 20th, and so it's now Wednesday the 24th. I just didn't get a chance to sit down and like actually talk to you guys on Monday and Tuesday, so yesterday, because I was at clinical all day, and then I immediately from there went to work and came home and kind of just went to bed and studied for my anatomy test that I have today. And then Sunday, I kind of just didn't get a chance to film anything because I was also spending all day studying and doing that kind of stuff. But I think the last clip that I have, if I remember correctly, I said I was on page like 150, 146 of Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. And I think Saturday I ended up finishing out reading, not the book, but like reading to page 200-ish of it. And then I want to say Sunday, or maybe I only stopped at 150 on Saturday. I know I got to page 200 either Saturday night or I got to it on Sunday, because Monday night Monday I ended up reading from page 200 to 300, so that's where I'm at right now. I didn't get a chance to read anything last night just because I was like not sitting like at the front desk last night signing people in. I was like in the back actually like running and working in like the clinic that I work at, so I didn't get a chance to read anything, do anything, and I was also studying last night for my test that I have today. But yeah, so I do plan on, I think there's 455 pages in here. I know it's less than what The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo was, which that one was like 485. Yeah, it's 455 pages. So I think it only takes me honestly an hour to get through 100 pages with the audiobook. So I could probably honestly, depending on how busy tonight is and my day goes today, I can probably honestly bust this out and finish it today. But yeah, so far I'm on page 300 and I'm actually really enjoying this. I wasn't too sure about it just because I know it falls in the category of like fantasy, dark academia, which I do like dark academia. I've read a couple of other dark academia books. But I do know it also falls in like the fantasy realm, and fantasy is not really one of the genres that I tend to gravitate towards. It's just not something that I really enjoy reading. I mean, I do enjoy it at times, but it's not one of the ones that I generally will go towards. But this one I will say is very good, and I do very much enjoy this one. I am very much enjoying this one. I'm thinking right now it's probably going to be somewhere between a 4 and a 5 star for me, but probably not 5 stars just because I'm not getting the 5-star feeling from it, but it's definitely going to be somewhere between the 4 and the 5. Because I am really enjoying it, and every time I like put it down, I can't stop thinking about picking it back up and reading it and finishing it out so that I can go and read Hellbent, which is the second one to this, which I will have to buy now after this. But yeah, I'm very much enjoying it, and that's all.
In this video, I ended up reading 2 books, technically 1.5 because I did start this video when I was halfway through The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I did end up giving The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, like I said earlier in the video, a 3.5 stars, just because like literary fiction, romance, like anything that's not really like mystery, thriller, horror, I tend to like find myself not being able to get into it as much and not really wanting to continue the stories most of the time unless like I'm invested in them, which I was with Evelyn Hugo. It just didn't hit the 4-star mark for me. So I gave it a 3.5 star. And then I also read Ninth House, which as of now, I'm only on page 300 as of filming like this outro. And I think I'm going to give it probably a 4-star right now. That might change. If it does, I'll like pop in what my new rating is after I finish it. Because I'm sure I'll finish it before I edit this video. But yeah, right now I think it's sitting at like a 4-star. I'm very much enjoying it and I do like it a lot. And yeah, thank you guys for watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.